Hello and welcome to another pattern recognition video featuring 5 puzzles today because these are going to be tougher. They're from Grandmaster rated games 2500 to 2700, and let's see what is happening in this first puzzle. If you're not familiar with pattern recognition, basically the idea is you solve a bunch of puzzles and you go over them multiple times to reinforce the tactics and patterns into your memory, and then hopefully you can use them in your own games. All right, this looks kind of crazy. We have a king stuck here. Uh, there's possibility of a check. The knight is under attack. This pawn is under attack. And then the rook could be captured, but we do have the check. So you definitely want to look at checks, captures, and threats first. So if we take, that looks to be the best move. Then what? The king does not want to go there. I think that's the winning move because then we go here. That doesn't look good. So once we capture with check, if he goes that way, well, we would have a discovered attack. Once we move, we could maybe go there with a discovered attack, and then we're threatening to capture the queen. That looks pretty crazy. So this is what I'm going to go with. We go there. Now the question is, do we just continue to check, forcing the king back where it was? Maybe we do that. The other option is just to immediately go here. Oh, but then the king could run there. It's probably better if we keep the king stuck on the back rank. So I'm going to go with that. All right, and then let's see here. Probably the check again to cause our opponent some problems. Well, now we can just go here, and I believe it will be a mate. No, not quite a mate, because the queen will have to block, and we just capture the queen. So with that move. But yeah, now they'll go here. And it looks like we don't have a queen on the board anyway, but we will be ahead in material, as long as we move that knight that's under attack. So yeah, that's their only option, is to go there. And then, what is best? If they go there, we capture. Yeah, something like that. But that should be winning. All right, on to puzzle number 2. Okay, a knight has just jumped forward here. Now the queen is protecting the rook that was under attack by the queen here. So what do we do? And what is happening in this position? It looks like white is ahead by a knight for 3 pawns. So material is technically even, but there is an imbalance. Do we just start pushing forward here? Attacking the knight. Where does that knight go? Maybe here? Then we could attack the queen. Or do we try to pin that? I don't know if that works, because what if he does something crazy like that? Does that work? He has the threat of taking. So, if he goes there, oh, what am I saying? Sorry. if we go there first and he does that, we take... Oh, if he takes the queen back, yeah, then we can grab the rook. All right, let's see here. Is that the way to go? Do we want to go there? Maybe that's the simple way to go. All right, so that is what they want. So now, let's see, what was I saying? If we take, yeah, if he takes this way, we can just move our queen down there and cover that. So I think it backfired for this counterattack. Yeah, now we can just move all the way back and defend the back rank. And is that the only option? I think so. We just go there. All right. Well, on to puzzle number 3. Hopefully you found those. Okay, what does this do? Well, it attacks our rook. So let's look at the material. We have 4 pawns. Our opponent has 3. So I think we're good to trade off material here. If we take, he takes, we have to get our king over in front of this pawn to stop it, and then we should be able to push our pawn. All right, here we go. Take, we have to get down there. Now, do we go there now? Probably. We have to get in front of that. And then now this guy can promote. All right, puzzle number 4. Okay, what happened here? The rook was checking the king. The king retreats back. But now what do we do? Material, we have 3 pawns. Our opponent has 4, so they're down. Oh, and they're threatening to just start wiping out our pawns here, then here. Okay. Well, maybe we can threaten a mate. So hopefully you found this one. Pause if you need to think longer. But it looks like we can go there. Does this work though? If we go there, forces, the king doesn't want to go to the back rank, or we jump up here and it'll be a checkmate. So check, he comes forward. Now, this, if we move the rook now, it'll be unprotected. The question is, do we have time to do this? Because if we check and he comes forward, you know, if we move the rook, he can just take the pawn. Oh, but then can we move our king here? All right, this one's a little tricky. We go there. He doesn't want to go to the back rank, or we check with the rook and its mate. So he has to go forward. If we go there and he takes the pawn and we move our king here, renewing the mate threat, there's nothing he can do. Oh, what the heck? What did I overlook here? Huh. What am I overlooking? Is there something more forcing here? Let's go back. Huh. Maybe they want me to move the king first. Oh, yeah, because then it's a little bit quicker. Well, I don't know. If we go there, we still have the check. No, that's... What am I overlooking here? Okay. What now? Huh. Hmm. Oh, wow. Is there some crazy sacrifice like that? He's forced to take it. We go there. Oh, wow. Okay, that is a pretty awesome pattern. Man. Oh. Well, hopefully you found that one. That was pretty awesome. All right, on to the final puzzle, number 5. Okay. What is happening here? They're attacking the bishop, which is pinned to the queen, so that's not so good for us. Material wise, we have what? 6 pawns versus 6. We both have the bishop pair, but we have an extra knight. Although our king is stuck in the center, and that's not looking so good. All right, maybe we have some crazy... I don't know. I was thinking if we go here and they take our queen, then maybe we go here delivering a check. Then the king could run out that way, I guess. So, any other checks? I don't know. Maybe that's the only way to go. If we go there, he grabs our queen. We deliver a check. Well, what about that? That's kind of forcing. We're attacking the rook. No, because the rook can still go there with a check. Although then our queen could capture. Wow. Okay. If we go there, if the queen takes, or no, first off, let's see, we go there, check, queen takes, he takes, all right, yeah, this is pretty tricky. We go there, there, the queen captures, he captures, we take his queen, he takes back. After all that mess, we come out ahead. I don't know, I'm thinking that's the move. But what if we go there and the queen just captures. Then what? Is that even worse for us? Huh. So I don't know if all that works. Maybe we have to develop the knight. But then this... Oh, okay, maybe that works. We go there, helping guard. Oh, one issue, though, is that move. Man, yeah, okay, this one is a tougher one. So... if we try to bring the knight in to help, I mean, they could attack our queen. Then where do we go? Wow. I don't know. I'm almost thinking we go there, give up the queen, then we go there, check. The king only has two options. If he goes to the dark square, well, then we can just attack that way. If he goes to the light square here, then what? Oh, then we attack with the pawn. Okay, I'm just going to play this. Nope, they don't want that. I guess that was too crazy. What about that option? No, because the queen can probably take that. Huh. What about... I don't know. Do they want us to bring the knight up? They do. Huh. Okay. All right. No, they don't want that. Man. Maybe now we try to bring this bishop up. No. All right, I'm having some difficulty with this one. Do they want us to do that? No. That just looked ridiculous. Okay. What can we do here? Maybe attack the defender? Go there? Huh. Okay, yeah, our queen is under attack. All right, yeah, that was a tricky one, but I mean, that's what you get when that was rated 2600. So, you know, if a 2600 player played that, they're at a whole nother level. So I hope you did well on these. They were more difficult. I had some requests for more difficult puzzles in the past, so hopefully they gave you a little bit more of a problem. So feel free to leave comments with any requests, you know, or anything else you have to say. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't already to support the channel. Thank you for watching and have a super chess day.